Okay, I'd like to call this meeting to order. We need approval of the tentative agenda.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Would you read the minutes of the last meeting, please?
October 6, 2025, Chairman Rasmussen called a regular meeting of the Wright County Board of Supervisors to order at 9 a.m. Members present were Bosch, Rasmussen, Lukes, and Ellis with booths absent. Motion by Ellis, second by Bosch to approve the tentative agenda with tabling item number 8 to review and take action on terminating the fiscal agent of and employer of record for building families. Motion carries. Minutes of the previous regular meeting of September 29, 2025 were read and approved. Approved claims for payment. Motion by Ellis and second by Lukes to receive the monthly revenue report from the Wright County Sheriff. Motion carries. Motion by Ellis and second by Bosch to approve the agreement between Wright County and Community and Family Resources regarding the usage of opioid funds for detoxification. Motion carries. Motion by Rasmussen and second by Ellis to approve the liquor license for the Brew LLC from October 8th to October 12th, 2025 at the Barn at Bolton Farms. Motion carries. Adam Clemens, Wright County Engineer, gave an update on the secondary roads department. Motion by Bosch and second by Luke to adjourn the meeting. Motion carries.
Any additions or corrections? If not, they stand approved as read. Claims have been around. Open forum for the public input. Would you like to speak, sir?
Are you waiting for drainage? Drainage, okay.
Okay. Not a problem. Review the quarterly revenue report from Wright County Auditor. You had copies at $3.50, flat books at $63.15, no fireworks, no voter registration list. Public records request $25, a total of $91.65.
Motion to receive, auditor's report.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Okay, receive quarter revenue report from Wright County Recorder. Denise, would you like to speak on this?
No, pretty much self-explanatory. Would you have any questions?
You guys want to take a quick look?
Second page is what we took in, total on the first page is what we did keep.
We took in 68,307. We get to keep 24. Rest goes back to the state. Highway robbery.
Yeah, it's frustrating. We do. We're going for the fee increase again this year, so
Good. Hopefully they'll get it through.
hopefully it passes this
Yeah,
year.
I was surprised it didn't last year.
Oh, well, yeah. It was. Well, it's in circumstance.
We need a motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve or to receive the quarterly revenue report from the Wright County Recorder.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Thank you. Review and approve the Wright County segregation of duties. You want to talk about that just a little bit?
Jerica is the one that brought it up. She needs it for her hazardous mitigation plan. I emailed our auditor and she says this is exactly the verbiage that we use in our, audit every year and what you get from the state auditor's office, so it's really nothing new on wording. But if we pass it, Jerica will also need to pass it with her commission. That can't just be just us.
The county attorney have some concerns with that.
I told them that they're gonna table it, but we didn't wanna discuss it. We heard them.
Maybe it'll give you a chance to talk to them.
And mostly like in the county audit, when we do get written up every year due to segregation of duties, because we do not have enough staff that have somebody that gets the mail, and then somebody else who opens the mail, and then somebody else who reviews the mail, and somebody else that, processes it, and then somebody else that maybe takes the receipts or the checks, to the treasurer's office. Now, within the county, you have your auditor that pays the bills, you have a treasurer that handles the money, you have a recorder that has her bank account, but then also takes stuff over to treasurer. So there is some segregation. But I understand the policy and I do agree with it. And I also agree that, all agency, all the separate agencies that we have, like emergency management, 911, the assessors, the, public health board, all of them should understand the segregation and try internal controls as much as possible. They were talking about, there's a documentary, it's called All the Pretty Horses, and it's a city. Have you seen it? Yes, it's a
Absolutely.
city in Illinois or Indiana where the lady did all those processes herself and then created a new bank account and was putting dollars into a separate bank account in her name, millions of dollars. It's a really good documentary. If you ever, I think you can watch it. I watched it on YouTube a couple of times already, but called All the Pretty Horses. But anyway, that's where this comes from. And it even came down to the point where, years and years ago, I used to go out for lunch one time with the auditing firm, just to talk general stuff. They can't even do that now. There has to be total segregation. There's no one-on-one friendship type thing there. It's so.
Motion to table, the Wright County segregation of duties policy until further review by the department heads and the attorney.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Adam,
So, update on roads, blades have been out in their new territories making full rounds. We haven't, gone back to our, 1, 2, 3, 4, yet. They're just getting used to their new areas. They did go, Wolfpack, 544 district, our open district, in Eagle Grove. Trucks, they're working on, their gravel, sorry.
What'd you say?
We call, where we just essentially send everybody there, and so they can do like all the miles in one day. So,
Okay.
cause there's nobody there in that district right now, so we essentially take Clarion, Eagle Grove, put 8, 10 guys up there if we can, blade and then go, so.
Gotcha.
Work orders 18, we did start mowing our hard service routes, with our truck drivers. A hauling objective, we're 43% through putting limestone on next year's gravel. Mowing update, we're done with zone 1, zone 3 is 75%, so then that mower is gonna move over to Clarion, and we'll get that done, just hard service. We will be doing gravels, 1 pass on the gravels this year, we normally do, it's just closer to, when that white stuff flies. So miscellaneous updates, the Taylor Avenue Bridge, riprap on the south side, they have moved, that R is supposed to be a D. Moved to the north side, they're starting to work on their pile, their pier section on the north. Victor Avenue is open to traffic, so we've got the water through there, and it's been seeded, hydro seeded, by the contractor. Hancock paving, shouldering is complete, and the painting is complete, so that project is buttoned up for us. So we'll be working on the CV4 intersection today. The office is gonna go out and paint that and get that done.
Will there be any additional shoulder work done on, C-54?
No, 2-foot shoulder.
I had a call from, you and I had discussed this before, from, a rural mail carrier concerning, a mailbox and the approach to the mailbox,
On Hancock, right?
on Hancock, that's correct.
Mhm. And their concern was the drop off, is
Yeah,
that right?
the drop off, yeah.
We'll take a look at that again and make sure that maybe it's a situation where we can take our shoulder machine out and just make it a little bit
Okay.
less.
Alright.
And I think there was
Seemed to me like,
a mailbox issue also.
yeah, like maybe the mailbox possibly could be moved. or-
Leveled or something.
Yeah,
That's all I have.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Adam. Old business? New business? Update on meetings. Betty, Lynn, I, and Ashley went to
Renewable energy workshop.
and it was total flop.
Sorry.
There was some good information, and Jeremy Abbas was also there, planning and zoning.
Yes,
And, but it was kind of a really high view of everything that has to do with windmills and solar and some batteries, storage. But it didn't really get into the rural county nuts and bolts of
Okay.
it, so.
I was hopeful that it would.
Yeah, I was too. But anyway, and then, is that all you have on that? I went to the pipeline hearing, in Des Moines on,
Listen to the oral
Right.
arguments.
yep. And it really was no, or what the argument was, it was changed from oral arguments, to, Summit Carbon Solutions, attorneys wanting to consolidate phase one and phase two. And, he gave his whole spiel, then they had attorneys that was for, the, consolidating and changing, and then there was, a group of attorneys that were, against doing that. And pretty much, someone wants to remand it back to the IUC to give permission to, change pipe size, change some location of where the pipe is gonna go, amendments, it, there was like, I think there was 5 things, I can't remember all 5 of them. And then, it was almost like, instead of having amendments or making small changes, it was almost like a whole new permit, but they just wanted to bypass.
All the
All the
procedural things.
procedural stuff. So, the thing that I took from that is, you know, as we do our seismic testing and as they are, wanting to start digging a well now and, moving forward with that project, you know, you always are looking for that conspiracy, and I'm hoping that that's not gonna happen, that this is all on the up and up. But to change their route and to add a route or add something, they'll have to go through a very long process again through the IUC. So that gives me hope that we still have a fighting battle if something changes. So,
Did they give any idea on the time frame on their decision?
the judge did not.
Okay.
He said he had a couple other, court hearings that he had to write up and present. It would probably be a couple of weeks.
You have a question?
Yes.
Yeah. I have trouble hearing and my hearing aids are somewhat helpful, but we're talking about the carbon dioxide.
Yes.
Correct.
All right, are you guys aware that there's an ethanol plant in, Kansas that drilled their own well and they're injecting the carbon dioxide into the ground in their well?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this pipeline is an utter waste of money.
You'll
Correct.
find no disagreement here
in-
on that.
There's another one in Indiana that, is doing the same thing, and they did the seismic testing. And the same company that did the seismic testing in Indiana is the same one that is here, but they're looking for hydrogen here. But I talked to the people and the supervisors out in Indiana about, the seismic testing, how does it work, what is it, do they have any troubles, anything like that? But there is companies that are sequestering it on site. There's also another company out there called Cap CO2 that is working on capturing it on site and then, making green ethanol. So there's other methods It's just they're pushing hard on this one.
Right. But the pipeline technology is already outdated.
Mhm. Yeah. We agree.
Anything else before the board?
To adjourn.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes, we'll be in a 5-minute recess and then we'll do our, drainage trustees. Okay, we'll convene as drainage trustees. I need approval of the tentative agenda.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
All ayes. Would you read our minutes from our previous meeting, please?
Last meeting was October 2025. The Wright County Board of Supervisors met in regular session as trustees of the drainage district with the following members present: Rasmussen, Lukes, Bosch, and Ellis. Also present were Courtney Morse, Drainage Administrator, and Amanda Meyer, Auditor. Other interested parties were AJ Taylor and Robert Watts. Chairman Rasmussen called the meeting to order at 9:20 a.m. Motion by Lukes and seconded by Bosch to approve the tentative agenda. Motion carried. Minutes of the previous meeting on September 29th, 2025 were read and approved. Motion by Bosch and seconded by Lukes to approve drainage claims for payment. There was one work order that was reviewed and approved for DD 23 in section 9 of Lincoln Township. Was to add riprap to the north side of a wooden bulkhead at the east end where structure is exposed. There were no drainage invoices needing approval. Motion by Rasmussen and seconded by Lukes to adjourn the meeting. Motion carried.
Any additions or corrections?
Does it need to state who was absent or not? I mean,
We probably should.
I can.
I didn't know if it made.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Otherwise, in 10 years, somebody's gonna go, why?
Did you miss it?
Yeah.
Let me know when that's done, I'll come in and sign it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any claims?
No.
Open forum for public.
I got a couple issues in Pleasant Township, section 16. And, if I can approach,
Sure, absolutely.
Oh, that'd be wonderful.
this is the map. There's a tile line. We'd like to get it, it ends in the road ditch and there's an intake in the road ditch that needs attention. I don't think it's been attended to since it was put in.
Good.
But we wanna get the tile line across the road so that we can finish draining, and then up here. There's a tile line that crosses the county road. It's full of dirt, needs it cleaned out so that we can tile up that.
So that'd be, one is on 120th Street and the other one is on, Victor Avenue.
You keep it, does he have marked on the map?
No, but I'll have him mark it. Can we keep this?
We can
Well, I
make-
had to pay for that, can't
We
you
can-
get your own?
Yeah.
We'll make a copy of it. We have a
I'll
copy
make a
machine
copy.
right here. We have a copy machine here.
Well, I was gonna make you a copy, but we don't have the ability to color.
Okay, but
So the tile,
approximately here.
right there.
Okay.
Okay, and there's an orange intake right here.
In the ditch?
Yes, and that's a good one, but for a marker, it's two power poles past the orange intake.
Okay. No.
And then up here, Dorncamps had you look at a tile and it was plugged and they said they wouldn't clean it until we were gonna add tile.
Okay,
Well, it's time to add tile,
but it's approximately,
approximately right there.
okay.
And then I was wondering what the policy is for bringing the tile across the road. I know that,
You would have to do
Online permit, tile crossing permit. We have a policy that states that if it's in an open or across a gravel road, the county will only pay up to $2,000 for the crossing, for a boring, $10,000.
Okay.
That is the expedited, terms. If you would like to go through the long terms, then we have to have you get an engineer and go through the board So,
You don't wanna do long terms.
I'm familiar with the engineer, cost us $5,000 when Menigas wanted that. You guys approved, 2 options for the engine, well, 3 options, and we voted on it. And it cost, it was 50% for the engineering. You know, and it's what a waste of money. And I don't understand, because the 2 options that got voted down only improved the 80 acres that Menigas owned. And then also you approved dirt work in the waterway that we paid for, that only improved their land. And then, they continued to farm through it.
I'll get you a copy of this.
You know, if, what I would recommend is that you guys get a group of farmers before you authorize all of this engineering studies, and have the farmers talk it over and maybe do a vote before the engineering studies.
You know, there are some instances where it requires a engineering study and our hands are tied.
I understand that, but that's only about if it's, repairs, not improvements.
Dean, is there a real, there's copiers right there by Kim. I don't
That's a
know.
copy here too.
Yeah, yep. Is there railroad tracks there also? Is there railroad tracks where you're talking about? On, is it section 16 you said?
It's south of the railroad tracks, and there's no railroad tracks there anymore. There's a right of way.
It's only Wright County now.
Okay, all right. I was hoping not to have.
I
to
know
deal with
railroad
the-
tracks when I see them.
I mean, I just didn't want to deal with railroad.
So I can't hear. They wouldn't let us wear hearing protection for, till the 90s,
Mm-hmm.
and then,
Thank you.
by then, it's too late. But
Yeah,
Thank you, sir.
and we didn't get air conditioning until the engines needed it. You know, so we couldn't close the windows either.
so is he wanting to go across?
So this intake that needs work, there's no cover on it at all. And there's a piece of tile on top of the drainage district tile. And what they did was they poked a hole through this concrete tile. And it's straight down into the tile line now.
Good.
and that's the one on Victor that you're talking about?
What's that?
Is that the one on Victor you're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the end of the line for that.
Yeah.
That tile.
And you own on the east, west,
West side of the road.
west side, okay.
So is that DD 38 that you're in now? DD
He's
38?
got one that's 38 and 67.
Yeah, I looked at this one, maybe there's water standing here all the time.
Where's 66? That's not on this map.
67?
67.
67 goes the other way. 67 goes west.
Yeah, that's where your
Right.
other,
Yeah,
X is.
the north road
Mhm.
is on 67.
Yep.
Drainage district.
Okay,
Getting there.
so he's wanting to come here and come across the road to get this field? Is that what he's saying?
The- Trying to grow this on the end of the right?
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So you'll be in touch?
Yeah,
Am I assuming this is all secondary roads?
Yep.
Stuff? Okay. Got it, thank you.
Any work orders?
Yes. We have 3 work orders. The first one is for Dean and DD 131, section 27 of Dayton Township. This is for Higgie's Hybrids. They came in and reported a blowout on an 18-inch tile. The second one is Dean's as well. This is for DD 36 on lateral B in section 21 of Lake Township. Reported by Austin Keller as a removal for a beaver dam, and he was provided a trapper's list. He was gonna get a hold of Jeff Britton. And then the last one is actually Betty's, but it was reported by Dean for DD 149 and section 19 of Wall Lake. And this is on the Jacobson Revocable Trust property. This is a blowout roughly 100 yards west of the
Correct.
west edge of the lane. And that one has been requested as KCON.
I signed all three.
Okay, super.
I'll get pictures of the, beaver dam and the 18-inch blowout.
Correct.
After the meeting.
Okay.
Review and sign any open drainage invoices.
We have 8 of them. They are all brush and weed control. The first one is for D 46-92 for $1,300, and that is what the estimate was for. The next one's for DD 49-90 for $900, and that was what the estimate was. The next one is for DD 145-61-1 for $700, and that was what his estimate was for. The next one is DD 228-85 for $1,000, and that was what his estimate was for. The next one was for DD 25 for $250, that was what his estimate was for. DD 183 for $250, that was what his estimate was for. DD 187 for $900, that was what his estimate was for. And DD 16 for $1,200, and that was what his estimate was for.
Those first 5, they were all joint districts.
The first 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh, okay.
yes.
So then those will go, we're the controlling county, but then they'll also go over to the other county?
Only the first one we are control of, the next 3 are all the other counties, so they will get sent over to the other county to get paid.
Okay.
And he only has a few more left to submit for this year.
Motion to approve.
We don't motion,
Oh,
we don't motion.
Oh, excuse me.
anything else before the board on drainage?
Motion to adjourn. As your interest.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All ayes, thank you.